Rain or shine to supersize or in this day and age, save your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, also known as Pajama Grandma, with my darling granddaughter's purple parasol to make a point about the expression rain or shine. Rain or shine. Boy, I better have a drink of coffee. Can't even talk. I need some more sunshine. Rain or shine, this expression has been around since at least the 1600s. People have used it to describe or say or really commit to doing something, participating in an event, doing something, following through on something, no matter what the weather, whether it was good or bad, whether the circumstances, weather always being unpredictable, no matter what they were going to make sure that they followed through and they did a thing. So rain or shine means, no matter what happens, you're going to do, or something else is going to happen. No matter what conditions happen around it, you're still going to follow through and something's going to happen. I, a long time ago, decided I was going to create my own life and create what I wanted. Even though when I was going to school, there weren't hardly any women studying to be engineers or doing things. I had always been interested in taking things apart more than putting them together to see how they work. And I wanted to study and be an engineer. And so I decided early on that I didn't know exactly what type of engineer I was going to be, but I knew I was going to go to college and I was going to be an engineer. I committed to it, rain or shine. Now, I had a lot of challenges along the way in getting my college education, my college degree. I had huge health challenges. I had, financial difficulties because we all had to come up with the money for college, things like that. But once I committed to and decided, no matter how long it took me, I knew I was going to get my engineering degree. And the same is true when I've had different businesses along the way. Come rain or shine, come heck or high water. I like come hell or high water better than rain or shine, actually. It just is more me. But it meant that I was committed to making something happen in my life. I knew that I was going to have 2 kids, and a boy and a girl, and lo and behold, I had 2 kids, a boy and a girl. I committed to that, rain or shine, that was going to happen in my life. And so it means, to me, rain or shine means I'm going to make it happen. I'm committed to it no matter what. When we start our business, when we build a business, as we're growing a business, we have to be committed to it no matter what. Because guess what? Things like what are going on right now, although not particularly normal or predictable, are going to happen. The unpredictable, the things that we can't even imagine happening, are actually going to happen. And they happen to test us and see if we really want to do that business. We really want to serve people in that way. We really want to create the change that we're making with the business that we've selected and created. And so to me, the biggest thing about rain or shine means I am going to do what I say I'm going to do no matter what. I used to overcommit and volunteer and say yes to almost everything people would ask me. Why? Because I wanted to always be helpful and I didn't want anybody to not like me, and I didn't want to disappoint them. Well, I finally learned that that can kill you because you get overwhelmed. There's too many requests and demands on our time and our attention nowadays to ever be able to say yes to everything. And so I learned that I needed to say yes to the things that were really important to me and my family and my goals and objectives and where I was going, and then respectively decline the things that I just wasn't going to make a priority right now, or at the time that I was asked. And it's like a muscle. Once you start doing that, you get more and more powerful and you get better, and it becomes a lot easier. But the whole point of rain or shine is commit to your business. Businesses are changing. The world is changing around us overnight, and literally overnight, and in a matter of a few weeks. We're so many of us being absolutely displaced and thrown into chaos and a world that we couldn't possibly have imagined. A lot of our businesses are shut down totally right now. But just because our physical locations are shut down doesn't mean there isn't something that we can do to serve people and make a positive difference and continue to add value in their life. And all of us, if we want our businesses not only to be able to grow and thrive and supersize, we have to make sure that they survive through whatever weather comes our way, through whatever storm comes our way. And anybody that's been in business for any amount of time has weathered a whole lot of storms. You know what I'm talking about. There's always something changing in our environment. The one thing we can count on in this world is that things are always changing, and we either evolve and grow and change with those changes and times, or our businesses will die. There's a reason that on a good day and in a good environment, 95% of businesses fail. It isn't because anything outside of that business destroys it. It's because we, and this is really hard to take responsibility for and own up to, but if our businesses fail, it's because we gave up on them. We quit on them. Now is a huge time to pivot and change and ask ourselves, you know, what can we do to serve people and to give more value going forward? And it might look entirely different than it did a week ago. We might have been an insurance agency that didn't do hardly anything online. We had people come in and we wrote their policies by hand. That's got to change. We might be a salon that's closed down right now, but we can have some kind of an online presence or educational thing where we can be helping people with beauty tips or things by adding an online component to our business. Not for 2 years, but telling people, yep, you've got this great offline business, but we've got to have an online component for you. Not thinking that anything like this would happen, but because it's a way to reach more people and serve more people and share what it is that you have to offer with more people. So there's so many businesses that already have got a taste of this seasonality because they are dependent on the weather. Think of ski resorts, travel industry, fireworks business, anything like that. They're all dependent on the seasonality and on weather. Now, I actually had a food business that was kind of the opposite of most food businesses. It was busier in the winter and slowed down in the summer. So I had the opposite seasonality thing going on in my past experiences. But it's like a huge seasonality change and a wake-up call for us to make sure that we have contingency plans and systems and things in place for whatever could happen, right? And at least think through. So instead of being upset and freaking out because we weren't prepared for this, because no one could have anticipated or expected this, but to learn, so going forward, because I guarantee this isn't the last emergency or the last massive change that any of us will face in our lifetime or any of us will face in our businesses. So in order to survive and thrive, start planning, rain or shine, what you're going to do, how you're going to continue to serve, and get really, really creative and have fun with it. And ask yourself, how can I still add value and give value to people and the people that I've already been serving? And that will be the difference between the people that stay in business and weather this storm and actually thrive on the other side of it. So I want that to be you. So ask yourself today, what can I do? And if you say nothing, I say ask yourself the question again. But if you really feel like nothing, there's nothing you can do and you're in a dead stop, get yourself online and start doing some training and some personal development. Find something that you've always wanted to learn about or that you know could help your business if you learn more about it, and do that. Seriously, I don't think I've ever had this amount of time in my life to, except for maybe when I was a kid, and then you don't know it, but to actually do what I want, when I want, where I want, whomever I want. Not really so much with whomever I want since we're social distancing, but wearing what I want and actually studying and focusing. And I've actually, even though I'm launching and doing a live challenge workshop starting today, I also have purchased a couple of things and a couple of courses that I want to do because I've got more time and I've got the time to do it now more than ever. So I encourage you to do that, because then you will be able to survive this storm and supersize and grow your business. Take care. If I can help you in any way, hit me up in the comments below. If you're stuck and you really are feeling like, God, I don't know what to do, just ask in the comments below and I will give you some ideas. I guarantee I've got some ideas, because I've weathered a lot of storms in my 47 years of owning and running different types of businesses in all sorts of industries. And some stuff I thought I wasn't going to survive in weather, I did. And so I'm confident that I'll weather this storm too, and I know that you can as well. Take care, have an awesome Monday, and I will be with you tomorrow.